Greetings, children. Welcome to your online classes. Please like and subscribe the channel. I am Aishwarya. Today's video will be for 4th standard, subject General Science, your first chapter, Animal Groups. In this lesson, you're going to see about different groups of animals, why they are divided into different groups. First thing I want to tell you about is we have something called backbone. If you touch your back, you can sense or feel the backbone. Now, the animals are mainly divided into two groups, that is vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates means these animals have spine. Spine means the backbone, which we, you, me, everybody has. That backbone is also called as spine. Now, you can see this picture of the spine on your screen. That is, the animals which have spine are called vertebrates, and the animals which do not have spines are called invertebrates. Now, example for vertebrates are fish, man, lion, lizard, etc. And examples for invertebrates are insects, spider, worms, etc. Now, in vertebrates, in the group vertebrates, there are five main groups. There are five main groups of vertebrates which you're going to study in detail in this chapter. You're going to see what are the different characteristics of these five main groups of vertebrates. Let me repeat. Vertebrates means the animals which have backbone or spine. Now, this backbone gives us support to walk, to stand up, to sleep. They give support to our body. Like that, the five main groups of vertebrates are fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. Here, you need to learn the pronunciation of the word amphibians. AMPHIBIANS, amphibians. You're going to see what kind of animals they are in the further slides. But now you just learn the spellings. Amphibians, reptiles, REPTILES, reptiles. Fish and birds you already know, and mammals, MAMMALS, mammals. Now, first you're going to learn about fish. Fish live only in the water and they lay eggs with soft shell. You can see an example of the fish that I have shown you on the screen, the shark. Okay, shark is a fish. You all will be having some aquarium at home. There are also fishes in your houses. Those fishes all kind of fishes come under one group called fish. They live in water and lay eggs with soft shells. Another example for fish is tuna fish, the shark fish and tuna fish. Here you can see the fish lay eggs. The red small dots that you can see on the screen in the picture given is the egg of the fish. This is about fish. This is general descriptions of these five different groups of vertebrates. Next, we are going to see about amphibians. Amphibians means these animals live both on land and in water. They also lay soft shelled eggs. Now, you all might have seen the egg in your house, the chicken eggs. Those have hard shelled, not very soft, not very hard, but they are called the hard shells. These amphibians have soft shelled eggs. They live both on land and in water. They have the capacity to live on land and in water. One good example or two good examples are the frog and the salamander. Salamander looks like a snake. They are not snakes. Okay, they're very small in size compared to the snake. Frog can live in the water and they can also live in the land. Now, in further, you will understand how they've adopted to live in water as well as in on. Next, we are going to say about reptiles. Reptiles are the animals that live on land and lay eggs with hard shells. Now, the best examples for your reptiles are snake and lizards. Snake and lizards lay hard-shelled eggs. They generally move by crawling and have hard, scaly skin. You can see the example, the lizard and snake are the examples for reptiles, and these animals, they live on land. They don't live in water, they live on land, and they lay eggs with hard shells. They generally move by crawling and have dark, scaly skin. Their skin is usually very dark. Lizards usually live in the houses. They are not harmful to humans, but snakes can be harmful sometimes. Okay, if you're disturbing them, they can be harmful. That is about reptiles. Next, birds. They live on land and have feathers on their body. You all might have seen different kinds of birds. I've shown you one example of the peacock in the background. They can fly and lay hard-shelled eggs. The birds lay hard-shelled eggs. Now, good examples for birds are eagle and peacock. Okay. Next are the mammals. Mammals, these animals live both on land and in water. It is not the same animal which living in the water can live on land. It is different animals. The mammals can be on the land also, and they can be in the water also. Why they are called mammals is they give birth to their young ones. That means we are all mammals. Man, elephant, whale, these are all mammals. Now, we give birth to our young ones. We don't lay eggs like snakes or other animals. We give birth to the young one, have hair or fur on their body, and have external ears. You all can see the example of monkey. Gives birth to their young ones, and they have lot of hair on their body. Even we also have lot of hair on our body. The other water animal, water mammal is whale. Okay, they are the biggest mammals in the world, that are whales. Next, we are going to see about body covering of these different animals. Now, these different animals have different kind of body coverings, and what are the why do they have such kind of body covering is what you're going to learn in the further slides. Now, first we are going to see the insects. Their body is covered with a tiny hard scale. Now, you can see the picture of a housefly on your screen. Now, on the top, you can see a triangle shaped black color spot that is called the hard scale that is protecting the body of the fly or the housefly. Next is fish. Now you all might have touched or seen fishes. They have overlapping scales on their body and flexible with the help of which help them in the movement of their body. Now they have their body is covered with different overlapping scales which help them which keeps their body flexible and helps in the movement of the body. Okay, so now you need to understand these scales are a little different from the scales that are present on the reptiles. As we see the reptiles, we'll understand more about that. Fish have overlapping scales on their body, and scales are flexible, help in the movement of the body. Next is about reptiles. Covered with dry hard scales, these scales help them reduce the loss of water through the skin. Tortoise and turtle hard shell to protect their soft body inside. The one example for reptile is, you can see the crocodile on your screen. Now crocodile have very dry and hard scale. The skin is very tough. It is very hard. Which helps them reduce the loss of water through their skin. Because they cannot drink lot of water, they have to reduce the loss of water. The water should not get evaporated from their body. Tortoise and turtle have hard shell to protect their soft body inside. You might have seen that tortoise or turtle have a very hard shell which protect their soft body. Okay. Next, amphibians, they have moist and thin skin. They absorb water through their soft body. They absorb water through their soft body inside it. They have moist and thin skin. They don't have hard skin like reptiles. Amphibians, example is frog. Frog has very thin skin. Okay. Next, you're going to see about birds. All birds have body covered with feathers. You might have seen different beautiful birds which are covered with beautiful feathers. They use their flight feathers to fly. Their down feather closest to the body keep their body warm. That means when you see a bird, the body is covered with feathers. The feathers which cover the body helps them to maintain their temperature so that they don't feel very cold or they don't feel very hot. The body feather gives a shape to the body, to the bird. Bird use their flight feathers to fly. You can see how the flight feathers are there and how they use it. And this is one single feather. How I've shown you the example of how it looks. The mammals, most mammals have bodies covered with fur or hair. Most of them have the bodies covered with fur or hair. Even yourself or myself, we have hair in our body. It is the natural thing that is present on our body. But elephants and rhinoceros, they are also mammals. They give birth to their young ones. They have hard bristle-like hair. Bristle means it is easily breakable. So they are called bristle-like hair. You can see I've shown you the picture of the elephant on the small little hairs on the elephant. And you can see the beautiful example of the dog having lot of fur hair on the body. A dog is also a mammal. Next, you're going to see about locomotion. Locomotion means the ability of any living things to move is called locomotion. In the further slides, you're going to learn about the different groups of animals, how they are able to move. Okay, so introduction. Locomotions refers to the ability of any living thing to move. Now, we are all living things. We cannot just stay in one place. We have to move. We use our two legs to a pair of legs to move. Like that, different group of animals use different things to move. That is what we are going to learn in this chapter. Now, first, insects have three pairs of legs. They can crawl, hop, or walk. Now, I've shown you two examples of insects, that is cockroach and a butterfly. In the cockroach, you can see the three pairs of legs. It is clearly shown in the picture, the three pairs of legs, and they can crawl, hop and hop or walk. Sometimes you can even see the cockroach can fly. Insects like butterflies, flies, mosquitoes can also fly. Their body is hollow. Body is hollow means there is no, the body is not very heavy. It is easy for them to fly. Now these cockroaches use the three pairs of leg to walk, to jump. Okay. So that is about the locomotion in the insects. Next, the locomotion in fish. They have two sets of paired fins. On one pair is in the front and the second pair is in the back of the body. You can see this two is one pair, and uh, uh, one pair is in the front and the second pair is in the back of the body, helps to move and maintain the balance. These two fins help the fish to maintain the balance. Now tail fin helps the fish to change the direction. This is the tail fin. Tail fins, they help to change the direction of the fish. Now you understood? Moving further. Amphibians. We are going to see the locomotion in Amphibians. Now, amphibians live on land and in water. They live both on land and in water. When on land, the frog uses the strong limbs to hop, and they also use their webbed feet, which help them to swim in the water. When they are on the land, their legs help them to hop. They have the frog hop and go that way. And they're in the water. They use their webbed feet. In the picture, you can see the webbed feet here, which will show you how they use the see this part in between their this one is called the webbed feet, so that helps them to swim in the water. Okay, these are the adaptations in the amphibians for them to move in the land and in water. Next, reptiles. They have four short legs and crawl on their bellies. Now, examples for the reptiles, you can take a turtle. Reptiles have four short legs and crawl on their bellies. Turtles, which live in water, have four limbs which help them as paddles to swim. Now, tortoise and turtle, I told you they have a hard shell covering which protects their soft body, and their four limbs, that means four leg-like structures, help them to swim in the water. Snakes have no feet, but they use their scales of their body to crawl. You might have seen the snake crawling. I've shown you the picture of the snail crawling. Snake can crawl even in the water. Okay, because of the scales that are present on the body of the reptiles or body of the snake. Next, birds, they have boat-shaped light body. They have hollow bones. They have feathers attached to strong muscles. They have boat-shaped light body. Boat-shaped means you all know the shape of the boat. The bird's body looks like a boat shaped. They have hollow bones. I'm sorry. They have hollow bones. Now, hollow bones means it is empty. The bone is empty inside. Our bones are filled with blood. But the bones of the birds are empty. The four limbs of the birds and their wings are covered with feathers. Four limb means the limb in the front. The feathers are called the fore limbs. The hind limbs, here the spelling is given hind. Hind limbs are their legs with feet which they use to move, walk, wade, swim, or hop. The different birds that you can how they use to fly. Birds that live in water have webbed feet, paddle to swim. As you can see in the second picture, the duck has a webbed feet which help them to swim. In the first picture, you can see the bird having very beautiful feathers which help them in flying. This is the locomotion in bird. Next, locomotion in mammals. They have four limbs. That means four arms like structures. The front legs are called the forelimbs and the leg in the back are called hind limbs. Forelimbs and hind limbs. I can show you forelimbs and hind limbs. As you can see, the first picture of the dog has four legs, which they use for walking around everywhere. They use for walking, running, jumping. These four legs are used for their walking. Now in monkey, you can see they have two hands and two legs. With the help of two hands, they are hanging on the tree. And human beings have a special feature called the grip of this thumb. As you can see, this is our thumb. We all have thumb, isn't it? Now this thumb is opposable thumb. Opposable means with your thumb you can touch your little finger, your other fingers, ring finger, your middle finger, and your point finger. You can touch those fingers. So that is why it is called as the opposing thumb. This is very special for human beings, the mammals, human beings. Did you understand? Now this is about why we have these kind of hands is it helps us to catch anything, hold anything, and we can use it for different things. Now this is about locomotion and the limbs of the different groups of animals. Now that ends the first video of this first chapter, animal groups. In the second video, I will tell you about the other things related to the different animals group. And stay home, stay safe, and stay inspired. Keep learning, children. Thank you very much.